What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? Russell Simmons' 20-year-old daughter, Aoki Simmons, wants to know, why are 40-plus-year-old men in her DMs dragging her about her relationship with her father? Yeah, fam, she went there. She said that these guys are talking bad about her, calling her bees and saying that she's just like the other women, just dragging a black man down. Says that she's ungrateful for the lifestyle that Russell has provided her, her mother, and her sister. Says that she's evil. Just talk real bad about her. And she don't understand why she's getting all of this beef. Now, the public dispute started when Aoki's sister, Ming, posted on Father's Day. You're gonna love this, fam. A message where she wished her 48-year-old mother, Kimora, a happy Father's Day. I guess when it comes to little things like Father's Day, gender doesn't matter. You don't even have to be a man to be wished a happy Father's Day. That still trips me out, fam. Growing up, my mama used to say, I'm your mama and your daddy. And I would go to my room and I would say to myself, really, really, really low. I had to make sure she could not hear it. And I'd be like, nah, you just my mama, because you ain't got a dick. Boy, if she had heard me say that, ooh, man, ooh, wee. Yeah, it would have been bad. It would have been catastrophic. But yeah, what's with this people wishing mamas a happy Father's Day? I've never heard anybody wish a man happy Mother's Day. And there are millions of men who are single parents. But men don't get called, or men are not greeted with happy Mother's Day. Neither do they look forward to being greeted that way. When it's Mother's Day, it's just a celebration of mom. If mom is not in the picture, it's still a celebration of mom. And if she's not alive, if she's not in the kid's life, they don't say Happy Mother's Day, Dad. People just kind of go along, just go along with life. But when it's Father's Day, if there's a single mother who's raising these kids all alone, and the father is not really in the picture, or if there's a strained relationship, oftentimes people will go out of their way to make sure that they recognize the mother is also filling in for the father, at least financially. Now, y'all know me, fam. I gotta call a strike, and a ball, a ball. Although I think that Kimora and her two daughters are out of pocket, I also believe that her ex-husband, Russell Simmons, is out of pocket. Here's why. Aoki shared several rancid text messages between her and her father, and also a FaceTime video where he's going off. You can't hear what he's saying, but you can tell he's very upset. Now, also in those text messages, he called her mama a piece of shit. Fam, I don't care how mad you are with the mother of your children. Don't you ever fix your mouth to call that woman a piece of shit, especially to her child. I don't care how much you hate her. Her child loves her. So if you love your child like you say you do, why would you do something like that to hurt her? Why would you call somebody that she loves so much a piece of shit? Get out your feelings, man. You got to be able to control your emotions as a man. A man cannot operate in his emotions. You got to get out your feelings, man. And at the very least, you have to be civil toward that woman. And same thing for her. But let's start here as a man. Do your part. Be civil. Because at least if there's a level of civility, there's an opportunity to come back. But when you're just saying all these mean and hateful things, people remember that stuff. And they never let it go. When you're screaming at your children and you're cussing at your children, they remember that. And guess what happens? They grow to not trust you because they remember. When you say these things to your children, you say these evil, mean-spirited things, you can't just put that genie back in the bottle like it was never released. In any event, I don't like this. I don't like children picking sides. I don't like that. Because no matter how you feel about that other parent, that's still the person who helped get you here. Whatever you like about your life, guess what? They were part of you having that experience. You like your looks? Well, guess what? You ain't even responsible. That other parent is partially responsible for your looks. Your intelligence, your humor, your generosity. You might say that you had an unloving parent. Well, guess what? If you are a loving parent, perhaps, in a strange way, you overcompensated, to make sure you gave your kids all the love. You showered them with love because you didn't get it. You want to make sure that your kids didn't have that same experience, didn't feel any of the pain, remotely feel any of the pain that you felt. I'm just not with that. My mom was a single mother, and I rarely saw my dad. But I never hated my dad. But also, my mama didn't talk down about my dad. She pretty much didn't talk about him at all. And I do believe that if you're not going to say anything good about the other parent, you shouldn't say anything at all. Let the kids come to their own conclusion about who their mother is or who their father is or was. Don't plant seeds of doubt. And I do believe Kimura has something to do with these girls' behavior, because there is no way possible they're supposed to be online telling all of their family business. Now, whatever one might think of Russell Simmons, I personally, I'm on the outside, like everybody else, I'm looking in from the outside. But Russell just never struck me as the type of dude who would hate his daughters and go out of his way to disparage his babies. If Russell is such a bad guy, why is it that Kimura continues to carry his last name after being married again? Now, I get it, fam. Money ain't everything. I get it. Love, compassion, honor, respect, integrity. These are traits that all parents must exhibit and pass along to their children. But you can't tell me that Russell don't get some credit. You can't tell me the man was just a deadbeat dad. Youngsters say and do a lot of things on the internet that are ill-advised. So I try to give them grace. But these grown folks, oh man, nah, I don't have a lot of patience for them. What would have been classy when Mean told her mom Happy Father's Day on Instagram, mama should have bounced back and said, thank you, baby, but no thanks. That recognition goes to your father. No matter what's going on between us, he's still your father. People would have looked at her totally different. The one chick, Aoki, was trying to explain, she was online cooking and trying to explain the strained relationship she had with her father. And I guess somebody asked, how's your dad? She said, my dad, well, he's doing fine. You know, he sent me a text message, you know, about some yoga or something. I'm like, whatever. You know, we got real life problems going on over here. And he's sending me text messages about yoga. Y'all don't see anything wrong with that? I mean, at least he's sending you a text message. At least he's saying something. He's not being combative. I just feel like this is deeper than just the girls. Now, from what I understand, the mama and one of her husbands ran off with Russell money. So perhaps Russell is still hot about that. And the girls is taking their mother's side. And perhaps that's the only side that they've been willing to listen to since they spend more time with their mother. The other girl, Aoki, after she graduated Harvard, she said that she left an Instagram message thanking all of the women in her life. She says, women, 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 women. Just all the women, 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 women. Not one man, not one mention of a man, period. Like, you mean to tell me you ain't came across not one man, not even a professor that helped you along, that made your life just a little bit easy? You know, just a little easier? You know, you ain't got a granddaddy, you know, a cousin, you know, a childhood friend that you went to school with. It's not one man in your life, period, that you can look at and say that you can give thanks to for your journey? Not one? Come on, fam. Now, I was raised in a toxic environment around many toxic women, but it never got me to the point where I began to hate women in general. I just never had that in me. I love the company of women too much. I think about women too much to hate women. That's the thing that I don't get about some dudes who hate women. All they do is talk about women all day, every day, but they still try to link up with them. I don't understand that. Because if I hate something or someone, I don't like nothing about it. I don't want nothing to do with them at all. If I hated women as much as some of these dudes do, I wouldn't want nothing from them. I wouldn't want a kiss from them. I wouldn't want sex from them. I wouldn't want kids from them. I wouldn't want nothing from them. These little girls, to me, appear to be out of pocket. Out of pocket, all the way. Family, if you got a problem with someone, especially a family member, close friends, whatever, man, take that dispute and box it up. And keep it between the four walls. Because I'm going to tell you something. Once you make it public, all bets off. Now you got millions of people who don't have a dog in the fight, judging both sides. And now it becomes a pissing contest. And everybody's trying to defend their reputation. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. If something ever happens like that with you and yours, I think the best thing to do is to address it privately. Go to that person and address it privately. And then you convince that person to clean it up publicly. If they spoke on it publicly, you convinced them to clean it up publicly. That's if they want to continue that relationship with you. And then you move on. But ain't nothing good gonna come from putting your business out in the streets. Nothing good ever comes from that. I hope they can patch it up. It trips me out, man, to see all of these people. It's not just celebrities either, because I'll be on Facebook sometimes and I'll see people that I know, like they're not celebrities at all, but it's just regular people, and some of them have been in relationships for 20 years, 30 years, and they're airing each other out on Facebook. Talk about pure ignorance. We gotta do better, man. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Damn.